everybody. Welcome to my 2 cents, the film and TV review. I'm your host, Pastor Steph, and I'm here with my co-host,
Shanti.
And I'm Ainsley Harris, that Brooklyn dude.
You know what?
All right. Woo. It's been a minute since we've been on. Pastor Steph was down, so we didn't have any review. And now Pastor Steph is coming back up. So we got our game tight. Last time and last we left, we were going to be reviewing The Cleaning Lady again, kind of giving everybody a little opportunity to get their momentum going for The Cleaning Lady and to hear, what's going on with it and what everybody's thinking about it, and giving our chance to give our 2 cents on those episodes that we had not seen the last time we were together. And we are reviewing the movie Bob Marley, One Love that premiered in the movies on February 14th.
Yes.
And now everybody is, able to stream it. So we decided to talk about it. All right. So before we go any further, if you're in the room, make sure you give us a holler, say hello to us so we can shout you out and say hello back. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can be notified each and every time we are on giving a review. Now, last time I checked, we hit 168 views on Facebook alone. So y'all are doing the thing with us, all right? We need you. So make sure you tell a friend. Everybody's looking at something on the tube. So make sure you give us a holler. We can't go no further than to say hello and what's up to our girl, Anika. Hey.
Thank you, Anika.
Okay, who holds it down out in
Yep.
StreamYard land, that brings us our Closer Walk Christian Talk Show Facebook page, and which brings us our Closer Walk Christian Talk Show YouTube live. So we couldn't do it without you, girl. Thank you so much. So, have you had a chance to look at more of The Cleaning Lady, Shantice and Ainsley? Ainsley, take us away.
Oh, you say you want to do me first? I think you better let Shantice go first on this one.
All right.
Yeah, Shantice, you got to go first on this one.
I'd already completed season 1. I started season 2, and it really wasn't hitting for me. Like, season 1 was kind of hitting, so I kind of slacked off a little bit with watching it. But season 2 started off kind of interesting, but it wasn't like that kind of like, like sometimes when they leave season 1, it's almost like how they talk about the musicians. It's like, okay, get ready for the sophomore album. Dun, 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 dun. How's that going to come out? That's how I felt about this. It wasn't completely whack. It was enough to make me want to finish the episode, but it was just like, I don't know. They may have to kind of go back to a little what they were doing in the season 1 to bring it back up.
Okay. Were there any new faces?
No.
Okay.
Not from the episodes I watched for season 2.
Okay. Acting still up there?
Yeah, the acting was okay. It wasn't as good as season 1, but maybe season 2 is like one of those seasons where it has to build back up.
Okay.
But starting now, no, it wasn't better than season 1.
Okay. All right. Brother Ainsley.
Yes.
For The Cleaning Lady.
Well, let me tell you, I had said, click it. I thought it was okay to watch. So I finally saw the last of season 1. I saw the finale, which was the 10th episode. And I saw the first 2 episodes of season 2. And I got to tell you, I ain't watching this no more. I got a serious issue with this show now. Maybe it triggered something in me personally. I'm like, nah, no, forget this one. It started okay, but as far as I'm concerned, nah, trigger out of here.
Whoa!
Out of here. Because you know what? Because it became more. Here's why. Because all along, we kind of rooting for the, Tony, for her son, and it's going to get well when all of her ordeal, coming over, yada yada yada, right? Mm-hmm. Now we also know that her husband, the father of the child, he's been in the child's life. So here's my issue. All right, so the season finale, 10th episode, it shows that actually Tony, she sneaks out the house where they're from to take the son away. Hold on. She's out the house to take the son away. All right. So she basically, and then the husband, he wakes up, he tries to stop her, but she gets away. All right. All right. Now, long story short, in this episode, okay, before we get to the end, so she does her shenanigans with her sister-in-law, her husband's sister, all right? She keeps saying, when we're going to talk about going back, no, I don't want to talk, we'll talk later. She do the shenanigans, she's going to buy this new business thing, and don't tell her husband, right? So, and of course, as a husband, you want to know, first of all, who is this guy helping out our son? That's a normal question to ask.
Right.
What's going on? Blah, 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 blah. Hello? Okay. But here's the thing. So he takes his son. He decides he's going to take his son back. So all of a sudden now, when he does it, it's kidnapping. But when she does it, it's okay. It's a double standard. You know what I'm saying? How do you kidnap your own son? Your own child?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Those pair of shoes, that pocketbook, yeah, that's yours. You pay for that. But this child here, that's both of us. And so obviously, the father, he was actively involved in the child's life. There ain't no some domestic situation or anything like that. So I'm saying, all right. So when he does it, it's kidnapping. And she's going to have the FBI go after him.
Wow.
I'm saying, so he stops this. And it gets even worse. Well, I think y'all see it. Well, okay. So the way he dies at the hands of his nephew.
Right.
And you're going to clean that up. Like
what?
So, let me get there. So, how do you gonna do this business thing? You don't discuss this with your husband, huh?
No. Someone said, "Hey y'all," so I was waving.
Oh, okay. Hey y'all. So how you gonna get mad? Tell your husband the husband is kidnapping. You call FBI out on him. You don't discuss open this business. You're gonna discuss it with his sister, your friend, but you don't discuss this with your own husband. Mm-hmm. And when the nature of how he dies, you like, oh, I'm gonna clean this up. And then when the police come, you kind of where you play it out, the expression on your face is like, oh, that's all the emotion, that's all the sorrow you feel. Like, oh yeah, that's his body.
Wow.
No emotional attachment or nothing like that. So, first I'm like, okay, maybe this is just the character. But I'm like, no, this is beyond just the character. This is the writing. Like this kind of behavior is like, it's okay. The mentality of this is how we think. And I'm like, no. And that kind of thinking goes into the second season, as far as I'm concerned, with the first and second episode. It gets no better. I'm like, okay, maybe something's going to turn around. There's going to be some common sense thing happening and stuff like this. It never happened. And I'm like, you know what? Nah, I can't watch this no more. I can't stomach this no more.
Wow.
I'm going ahead of myself. I say click it before, lose the mouse. All right, okay, Oh no, no. This show got to go. Take it off the air, man.
Spoiler alert! They said spoiler alert.
Okay, but listen, here's why. Okay, wait. Before we go any further, hey, Surgeon V. Hey, Teresa. Thanks for joining us. So here's why I allowed Ainsley to go further. Because when we were last on was April 24th. And we said we were going to go further into the cleaning lady. And for people like me who had not seen, a whole lot of the first season, and Shantice who had gotten pretty much through a lot of the season, and we didn't come back in 2 weeks. This is our third week, and we're back. So you had enough time. Our viewers had enough time to kind of catch up. So had it been like the very next week, I'd have been like, ho, ho, ho. So that's why I kind of let him go a little further. Hey, Majesty, what's going on, brother? Thank you for joining us.
Hey.
So I allowed Ainsley to go a little further with his description. So I was like, that's why I was like, because I didn't think that was going to go down like that. I didn't see that coming. Where I am, I have not finished the first season. And here was my thing. It didn't grab me. And I kind of said it the first go around when we were watching. Anika says I wasn't ready for Ainsley to take back his clicking. I wasn't intrigued with it, and I kind of shared that with y'all the first time. So I have to say, as I kept watching, it became a little more interesting. Now, my thing was, you had this whole thing with the wife of the mobster, if you will. I'll just call him that.
Yeah.
The wife kept accusing him of being in love with the
Tony.
With the cleaning lady.
Yeah, Tony.
And, thank you for our welcome back. Thank you so much. And all the while, you could see he's falling for her. You can see he's falling for her.
Yeah, they're flirting.
But he honestly wants to help the son. And my thing is, I don't know. I was kind of torn between, I'm seeing what happens, behind the scenes. A lot of times when you're seeing what happens behind the scenes, you end up rooting for the underdog, for the bad guy for some reason. But my thing was, I was like, well, is it that hard to believe? This is your husband. Is it that hard to believe that he would have an employee working for, someone working for him, and he couldn't have a feeling for her child to be well, and him having the money to help? You really couldn't see him doing that?
Since when drug dealers got feelings?
Well, I guess not. But that's the part that kind of, was like making me go, I was like, well, yo. So then she says, she then comes out and kind of says that, Shantice, there's no time for that. You don't care for people. In this business, you don't. And I'm like, well, maybe you don't, but I mean, this is your husband still. You can't.
He was shunning him off.
Right. And I'm like, I don't know.
Strike one.
I was like, then when the big boss, is now, after him, and they lie, and now he has to come back. When he was like, oh yeah, I'm having an affair. I'm like, oh, come on. Don't say that, but you have to say that to save your life.
Nah, the wife was a real one for that part, though.
The wife did cover that one up.
For those of y'all who didn't watch it, so like Pastor Steph said, she wasn't mad because he wanted to help that boy. She knew it was more to it than that. But because she didn't have any concrete evidence, all that kept coming out her mouth was the little boy, the little boy, the little boy. So he tells her that he's going to lie to his boss and say that he was going to his dead aunt's funeral. But he was really going to make the gun transaction that his boss originally wanted him to make, but he finagled some type of way to do it so that he could get his cut too, right? Mm-hmm. But then this is where this is why men are stupid, right? Yes, there are exceptions to the rules, so please don't comment, talk about no, we're not. If you're smart, then don't comment. Okay? That's how we always see which ones are the smart ones. Okay. So you tell him that your aunt died, but he got access to the family. So
but
he
that's
goes
what I was hoping.
He goes to give his condolences to the mama. Meanwhile, the mama says, huh? What? So now your cover's blown. So now he walks in the house and the boss is sitting next to the wife and she's sitting there crying. So automatically I'm like, oh snap, he's caught. He about to kill a wife and then kill him. But he's gonna kill a wife first so that the husband can feel it. Nope, she looks up and she says, how dare you lie to me and tell me that your aunt died? And I'm sitting here thinking you going to your aunt and all this time you having an affair. I was like, she's a real one. Because she still held it because the big boss blew it out that he was with the cleaning lady. Yeah. She didn't know that he was with the cleaning lady. She's thinking he lied. She knew the lie. But she's thinking he lied for one reason when he really lied for two reasons. She didn't know about the second reason. So for her to still stick to it, I was like, nah, he better stay with her till death do. Somebody gotta die before y'all. I wouldn't care what happened in y'all relationship. She has shown that she is willing to rock out with you to the very end.
Because she's got an investment.
Yes.
She's not stupid. Mm-hmm. She's invested.
Yeah, she played it to the help. That's but you know what? When you came up with the lie, well, you want to say my dead aunt, I'm like, wait a minute. Didn't you say this guy pretty much raised you? Ain't he
right.
I mean, there's certain things like you see all the time in movies and in TV shows. Somebody say something, maybe just us in the black culture. We like, yo, that don't fly right, man. That don't. Come on, man. Come on.
Really? Something. We always analyzing something. That's why.
You know what I'm saying? I always say my aunt died, and you ain't gonna follow some other kind of way.
Right. And that's what when she said something about death, and then he pushed it, and she said, well, his aunt died. I just held my breath. I said, Lord, please, don't let him have the ability to go and check out the lie.
All you gotta do is make a phone call. Hey, blah, blah.
You can't lie like that. You gotta have a lie that is buried so deep that you can't get to the truth. And all he had to do was say, I called to offer my condolences, and they told me that they just celebrated her 70th birthday.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, y'all. You didn't have that together, knowing, like you said, Ace, he's got access to the family. He knows your people.
Everybody got access to a phone nowadays. Come on, that take much digging into. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. All he did was call the people. And they was like, oh, we just celebrated her 70th birthday. I was like, oh, no.
Yeah, we did at the funeral home. They left that part out. We was all jamming around the coffin.
You know, and I'm saying to myself, come on, y'all. There was enough time that y'all could have really established this story.
Come on, you can get a better lie than that.
Absolutely.
Because the lie came from a man.
Well, you know what?
Because see, a woman,
on that one. I'm sorry.
A woman, wait.
Shantice, wait. What'd you say, Ainsley?
I said, yeah, you got me on that one. Yeah, you get.
But let me tell you.
I ain't got no comeback on that. I ain't got no comeback.
A woman would have got the whole family on a conference call.
Yep.
And said, check this out. You be the only one to answer your phone.
Yep.
Everybody else is making funeral arrangements.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody else ain't available.
Or at the hospital or something.
Right. This is the story. Okay? You out of town. You here. You with him. You with her. the woman would have had this. The only way it would have got blown up like that off the bat is if someone was already being nasty toward her and wanted to mess it up. Right. Other than that, she would have dotted every I and crossed every T. Not him.
No.
Why are you so busy flying that you don't fit? Because even when they were discussing it, and he was like a funeral or whatever, or death or whatever, and she asked a question. He just kind of gave her some quick answer. And I said to myself, well, I really hope this is one part of the storyline that they're just not showing us. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't dialogue about this thing.
They can't be that stupid, right?
Right. You know, that the lie is set in stone. Because here's my thought. You getting ready to go off with the cleaning lady. So you ain't going to be able to do a whole bunch of talking. She's covering. That's why she's staying back. So therefore, this ain't going to be no whole bunch of dialogue. And when they started, I just sat and looked at the screen. And I was like, no. Y'all didn't make this a real story. There was no real.
I think the writers were sitting in the conference room and got tired. And said, you know what? We've been here 13 hours already. Let's just wrap this up.
That's why it started going downhill.
Right. We said this.
Downhill, man.
The end.
And it get no better.
Right.
Wow.
It get no better.
Wow. Well, okay, so here's what this does for me. This pushes me. I got about 2 more episodes left in season 1. And I got to go all the way out to where you went, Ames. I got to go out to episode 2. Just for my own, just to be able to share what you saw. But right now, Shantice, what's your vote?
Just to let y'all know, this is Martinelli's. Okay. With all due respect, gotta let it be. My vote. I can't.
Come on, girl.
Wait,
come on.
I'm just
you know what it is.
Work out. I can't keep my leg that high, but kick it. Yeah.
All right.
I can't.
All right, Ames, what you got?
You know what I say? Throw away the whole computer. Nah, it gotta go. No mouse, no clicking, nothing. They got to go. Sorry. And I think it's on season 4 now. I have no interest to see where they're at now.
Okay. I think it's season 3.
Season 3?
Yeah. They're on May 24th, I believe. Hold on, let me just because I just looked it up. So as of May 21st, they will be at season 3, episode 11. So, what we'll do is I say I'm still at clicking because I haven't gotten that far. So I'm still at clicking. So, but here's what we're gonna do.
Ainsley's in distress.
He done took off his whole hat. Oh my gosh. Okay, we got I'm leaning towards Kick It 2, and we're at season 1, episode 5. Wow.
Wait till you get to 9 and 10.
You have to watch the rest of season 1.
Yeah, finish it up.
Yeah, no. The rest of season 1 is gonna make you a little mad. Your eye gonna twitch a little bit, but you're gonna want to get through season 1. Now season 2, episode 1.5. That's when you really like. Get it. but get through season 1.
Vivian says they're just so dumb. Oh my goodness. So we'll come back later on in life, God spared, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, when we revisit Oppenheimer.
Exactly. Now it's really bad. When I even consider I want to see Oppenheimer more than this, right?
It ain't that bad to me. Whoa.
Wow. Oh my goodness. All right. So it's 2 kick-its. The audience, the viewers say they're on their way to a kick-it. So here's what we're gonna do. When season 3 is done, we'll come back and we'll see what any of our viewers have to say, as far as, whether they should kick it or click it, or whether they've already clicked it or kicked it. So we'll see.
All right.
So check this out. So Shantice came across something on Instagram, and I decided to include it in our review. Take it away, Anika.
Look at your neighbor and say, is the ice cream machine working today?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
All right, Ainsley, we're getting ready to review. If what was the caption?
If restaurant jingles were churchy.
All right,
so
review it, brother Ainsley. What you got?
Oh my gosh. That was kind of funny. You know, you gotta be in a church community to really appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who don't go to church won't quite get it, but those go, you be like, yeah, that's funny. I've seen quite a few of those. I don't know if you mentioned. There's one guy. He sings about the biscuit, which is hilarious. Hilarious. He's I think we talk about Popeye's biscuit. Oh my God, hilarious. So, for those who is in that church world, church experience, they'd appreciate it. It's fun. I love watching it, man. It's fun.
Click it or kick it.
Yeah. I'd be generous. Click it.
All right. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, thank you for joining us. Oh my goodness, Shantice, you're the one that brought this to the table.
This has been on repeat for me since I saw this the other night. It's so many things for me. It's the harmony for me. It's the harmony that's better in this video than a lot of praise and worship teams. Okay? It was the facial expressions. Did you see her facial expression when she said, look at your neighbor and say, is the ice cream machine working today? And the face she made after that. It was the rhyming of the menu items. Yo, it was hilarious. I loved it. I loved it.
So is it safe to say, click it?
Clickety click, 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 click.
I'm going to have one for you next time. I'm going to have one for you next time.
Yes, make sure you send it in. Okay. Well, hey, Elizabeth, thank you for joining My 2 Cents. We are reviewing, the cleaning lady. We just got finished.
Oh
and
my God.
We just got finished throwing on our churchy jingle for McDonald's. And we're about to review something else in a minute. So thank you for joining us. Oh, Shantice invited you. All right now. All right. So for me, when Shantice said to me, it was hilarious. It was hilarious. I love, leave it to people. Leave it to people to infuse things that you would just never even think of.
Yep.
But you think about it, it's real. If you go to some of these churches, that's exactly the way it appears. They ready to make a song out of anything. They ready to make a little jingle out of little stuff. I saw, I'm gonna bring this other video. It makes me think of this other video where this preacher put out there, and I was like, oh my goodness. So I thought for creativity, you definitely get a click it for me. She had the whole shebang. She had the church movement. Wait, when she was jumping up and down, she cracked me up.
And she went on that little shake. She loved that.
Yes.
It's a milkshake. It's a milkshake.
Maybe we'll have a vanilla shake instead of this right now.
Yeah. Yes, she did the repeat thing. Let me say it just in case you didn't hear it, type of thing.
Yeah.
So for creativity, and then here's the thing, she could sing. I wish half the praise and worship teams could sing half as well as she did. But that was funny. And I definitely give it a click it for creativity and her execution. She put it all out there. So listen to our viewers. If you have one of those type of jingles, if you got something real quick that we can watch and we can review, please send it to, let's see, which one are you going to send it to? Coach 4, number 4, Christian Life. Please put that Anika up there. Coach, the number 4, Christian Life at yahoo.com. Send it over to us so we can, show it, review it, and, add all of the little comments to it. Make sure you watch so you can give your 2 cents. All right. Thank you, Shantice, for that one.
You're welcome.
All right. We have the next thing we're reviewing is Bob Marley, One Love. So now it's really nice and short and simply put, the story of how reggae icon Bob Marley overcame adversity and the journey behind his revolutionary music. All right, Brother Ainsley, you kicked it to Shantice first. What you got for us?
I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was okay movie. I thought it was good. I think it was really good for those maybe younger generation who may not be as familiar with his music, because I just came up with just hearing it all over the house and stuff like that. And so I guess how revolutionary he was in his time and what he was trying to do, what he stood for. I have 2 issues. I really have 2 issues with the movie. I prefer, like with most autobiographies, the movie, it started with him already at a certain level, a certain status. I like to see how you got there. I like to see, how you get to that point. So they did, a lot of the flashback scenes when he met Rita, stuff with his band, how they got a few things that happened in the past. But I like to see how you got there. That's the most important about how you got there, and then and how you've used the shape and stuff like that. So to me, the flashback scenes didn't quite get it for me. They didn't quite get to me. Like, how do you get to that point in the first place? To me, you just there, and you're there. My other issue with this thing, now, anybody who knows anything about Bob Marley, I think one of the first questions that's going to come up is how many kids he got.
Okay.
And I think he got, I forgot how many, 8 or 11 kids, and none of that was really addressed. You know what I'm saying? So that's a significant thing.
Right.
He got, he was out there a little bit. So address the elephant in the room, Now, I believe the movie was produced by, I think it was by Ziggy Marley, one of the kids, one who is portrayed in the movie. But reality is reality, man. Come on. It's not like it's a secret. You talking, many years later, show the truth, man. If you're going to show it, show it. You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is that, all right, if you're hiding this, which is kind of common knowledge, what else are you hiding?
Ooh, okay.
What else is behind the scenes that, whatever conflict, come on. If you're going to be up front, be up front. But again, I think it's good for those who may not be as familiar with him. I think, what's his name, Kingsley, who played the part, I think he did a very good job. With it. And so, it's all right.
All right. Don't give up nothing yet. Don't.
Okay.
I'm coming back around because I got some other questions. Shantice, what say you about Bob Marley One Love movie?
One woman, no cry. I didn't know he made that. And I remember
You know that girl? What?
I know.
Well, Lord have mercy.
I knew to turn your lights down low, but I didn't know he made One Woman No Cry. And I remember watching what's the name of that movie? Vampire in Brooklyn all the time. And it was a scene when Eddie Murphy and Angela Bassett was dancing. It wasn't him singing it, someone, redid it. But I always liked the song. The movie itself, I would have liked for it to have started from when he was younger and then shown,
Exactly.
but I think I wasn't too upset with it because of the flashbacks, and the flashbacks made sense to me, because there's some movies they call themselves doing like a then and now, then and now, then and now, and you like, all right, y'all need to stay in one time frame because y'all giving me a headache. I didn't feel like that with this. I think it was really written well, because he didn't have a story about drugs. He didn't have a story about, being a real, into crime or crime lord. And for those of us in this community, I mean, that's just what gets us hype and interested, So for me to be interested in the whole movie without any of that being involved, I paid a lot of attention to that. It was like, wow, it's just talking about his music, talking about, how important it was for him to stay true to his faith and his beliefs and incorporate that with his music, how he wanted to make sure. I didn't get the analogy of the running in the cornfield on fire. I was hoping they explained that even in the credits. You could put it in the credits, but that was the only annoying part to me. If I was to think about anything that kind of like, all right, just this flashback of him as a little boy running, and then someone on a horse, and then the horse finally catches up to him, but yet his head don't get chopped off and nothing. So like, what was the point in the running? Ain't nothing happening. I don't understand. But nonetheless, I think it was a really well, I was so happy that it seems as though they got a Jamaican to play a Jamaican. They didn't have an American with a Jamaican accent trying to go to the teacher.
Talk about the sister.
I mean, come on, brethren. Y'all know what I mean? If they're American and they call themselves doing a character study around the other Jamaicans, and now, you can tell that that's not their real accent. I was so happy. And he looked like, when they, at the end of the movie, and they showed Bob Marley dancing, I was like, did they make sure to get someone who could dance too? Because goodness gracious, the dance moves were on point. It was just like, so he really, the mannerisms, it seems like he really had that. I love the dynamic between him and the wife. And, just showing the whole political thing, because that was really inspiring, because it reminded me that there are actual musicians who still care about their music, or ever did really care about their music and the message they were sending. And again, not only was it important for him to incorporate his faith, but to deal with all of the political chaos that was going around, during that time. So I really enjoyed it. It was nice.
Oh, okay. So let's talk about some of the key players. Well, we have Kingsley Ben-Adir, who played Bob Marley. He did a fantastic job. You have Lashana Lynch, who played Rita Marley.
She did good.
And she did a very good job.
Yes.
Well, there were a lot of other faces. Let me see. I did not really see anyone else I knew, but the acting itself was pretty good. I'm so glad. And I want to, so let's talk about some of the comments. We've got, I enjoyed the movie. It did start at a later point in his life, and the accents weren't too bad. Thank goodness. Yes.
With the authentic, man. It was there, so. Yeah, man.
It was good. It wasn't overpowering where you were like, okay, we don't know what they're talking about. It was all right. You kind of have to have some backstory. So, Teresa's kind of talking what you said, Ainsley, and I'm so glad you said it, because I thought it was just me. First of all, when I look at a biopic movie or documentary or whatever, my thing is, I don't just want to hear a little piece of the story. You got time.
Exactly.
It's a movie. You know, it's
Yeah.
not a short film. It's a movie. So you have time to incorporate some backstory that's meaty enough to bring us into the part of the life that you really want to highlight. Because if you go straight to the part that you want to highlight, then to me, we've lost the essence of who the person
Yeah.
is. So I was so glad you said it because I thought it was just me.
Nope.
Like Teresa said, you do want and need some backstory. And to me, in order to really appreciate the person's life and their accomplishments, you can't appreciate the accomplishments if I don't know where you came from.
Right.
As much as why you want to tell this story. Yeah, it assumes people know his prior story, especially since he was so popular. Yes, if we're not Jamaican, we don't know his backstory. So if you're going to, put this out there, if you want to showcase and highlight this particular life, it's good that you do it where people enjoy the whole thing, whether we agree or disagree. Okay. The other part I was so glad you mentioned, all of a sudden you just know he had kids. You don't know how many. You don't know, in part of the story, there was some talk of him cheating.
Yeah.
Most artists cheat and they have separate, all these relationships, despite the fact that they're married. A lot of them do have a whole lot of relationships. So my thing was, yeah, Ziggy, tell a story. Tell the story of the children. It has a point where he pulls up to the house and all these children run up to him and they're hugging him and, so forth and so on. And, Rita's carrying one of the kids. And I think it was Teresa or somebody who looked up and said he had 12 kids. And I was like, but from what? She had 12 kids? Do you see how you leave people thinking stuff that is not true? So if, 7 of the children were, somewhere else, or 7 of the children, some of them were adopted, or whatever situation is, to me, that's part of the story. I don't want to hear about this, wow, somebody, the nigga said 3 blood with Rita. So you had 12 kids.
Yeah.
3 with your wife. Oh, that's a story that needs to be told.
See, yeah.
That's a whole other movie.
Yeah, because looking at that, because I was like, when I look up once, how many kids do you have? When you look in, you start digging, which is public information. First you realize Rita, I think she had a kid or 2 before they got together.
Oh, okay.
And kindly, their marriage was somewhat kind of open.
Okay.
And so I think she had a child out of wedlock while married. Of course, he had a bunch of others.
Okay.
And I think after he passed, I think she married, had more kids from the same guys or something like that. So there's a lot of stuff going on like that between both Rita and Bob. But the point is, you can put it, that could have been even more tastefully done,
Of course.
I don't know if I think she's still alive. I don't know, but the stuff could be. Look, that stuff happened back then. Look, it happened. It's already done already.
Right.
So
right.
It could be tastefully done.
Absolutely. And again, you're telling the man's story. You want to tell. To me, if you're gonna put a life out there, then put the life out there. And I agree. There are so many stories that are biopic now that are very tastefully done, even with some negative things that people have done in their life. It's just a piece of that life. It's not the life. So
right.
I think it would have been hard to just say,
I want to do the Pastor Steph story. And I'm telling you,
I ain't got no whole bunch of kids.
I'm telling it. And I'm going to make sure it's done while you're still here. So you can get all the questions. I'm going to put the information out. And I'm going to put your email and your social media handles at the end of the credits. If you have any further questions, Pastor Steph is still alive. You can contact her. But I agree. If I say I'm going to tell my parents, either parent story, because the other parent, I could make some money with that story. if I'm gonna tell the story, it doesn't mean I'm gonna bash my parent, but I'm gonna put the story out there, especially
Right,
if they ain't
right.
here. Now I ain't got no, cause I can tell my siblings to shut up. I ain't got nobody really trying to stop me. You know, I don't have to belittle my parent or drag them through the mud. It is what it is.
Right.
You didn't say he was a crack dealer. I mean,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? It's like, come
Right.
on already. Just tell it. Because I agree with Ainsley. Now it's like, well, how authentic was this movie for real? And well, it was just like with the Elvis movie, which was a phenomenal movie, by the way. Phenomenal. I always heard he died from heroin. But then when you look at the movie, it's saying something else. And I'm like, I really think they're lying. I really think they're like, because it was told that he was doing drugs with other entertainers and that specific drug with other entertainers. So how we go from that to now y'all do an official movie and he died from something else? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you hide it now. It takes away from the authenticity of
really
who
went
the
down.
artist was, right? When they were here, and you would want them obviously to still have some type of fan base, even though they're not here. That's why you putting the movie out.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's going to now start turning people off from them, that's your fault.
Right. But I think overall the movie, it was well done. I did like the stuff that they showed. I think that it, like I said, I think the acting was really good. It was believable. I love, there was a part that I really liked, and that's when the guy came back to the house after many years, where he had shot Bob Marley.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and he, came to face the piper, pay the piper, and Bob Marley forgave him, and I think that was a great testament as to who this man was.
I didn't realize it was him at first. Then I realized, oh, that's him.
Yes. So it also kind of gave an idea of his music, the lyrics in his music, what he sang about, the message in his music, and why his music is timeless.
Yeah.
Wait, in 81, and here we are in 2024, and when you hear those songs, it's like you heard them for the first time, and it was back in those times, and you could just feel yourself kind of bouncing to, and it doesn't feel like, oh, that's an oldie but good.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It feels current.
Yeah.
For someone to be able to write music, and back then, and the music is still pumping like it was just written yesterday. That says a lot.
Definitely.
For the writing, for who he was, and what he put behind the music. I think we could have seen a little bit more. And again, you only got 2 hours, if you will. But I think, I don't know, when it comes to biopics, everybody's looking for something different. Everybody's looking for, we talked about the issue of the children and things like that. But I'm going to tell you something else. I did not know that his cancer came from his foot. I had no idea. I always thought it was like a lung cancer. So, now that you were able
it didn't come from his foot. He said that he had the cancer, but because of the cancer, that's why the toe was looking the way it was looking.
Right.
That's right.
Right. Yeah.
That's right. But it was good. Acting, casting, how was the writing overall, Ainsley? What would you say?
I give it a thumbs up. I give it a thumbs up. I believe I think it was his sons were really more the ones pushing behind this. Ziggy and I forget all their names, but they were pushing behind it. So I think they want to have something tastefully done that they approve of. So I thought it was okay, but again, it was just missing some of the more of the backstory. I would rather, even though I'm not a big fan of long movies, I would rather a 3-hour movie.
Right.
Get all the stuff in, and then you cut me. Then you cut me kind of short with this. You know what I'm saying? I know that now they're trying to keep movies down to. They think people's attention span is like an hour and a half. They're trying to keep it down to an hour and a half, but Well, how long was Oppenheimer? Well, crazy long, right? 3 hours.
Oh no.
I would rather love to see about 3 hours. Get more of that time in to get more of his backstory, and so you can understand like how did he get to that level of prominence, and I would rather do that. But I thought it was the writing, everything was pretty, acting was good, the production was really well. There was one song I was hoping to hear, I didn't hear in it. I was like, come on. Well, you gotta realize he got a lot of music out there.
Okay.
We all got our favorites. I'm like, come on, you didn't play you didn't play that one, man. One of his last ones.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, but that was good. Everything was good. No complaints.
Okay. Okay. What about you, Shantae?
I give it a thumbs up. I think that anyone who wants to do a biopic should go to the people who did the New Edition story, because that was the best biopic ever. And because they did it on BET, that was a 3-night, because it was 2 hours one night, 2 hours the second night, 2 hours the third night. So nobody got cheated out of nothing, because y'all had 6 hours.
Yeah, that's
with
another
commercial breaks. With commercial breaks, to not only do a New Edition story, but to get involved in each of the members' lives as well. So it wasn't just a story about them as a group. It also spoke on their personal lives. So
right.
I'm gonna find out them names. I'm telling y'all, if you didn't watch it, detailed, very detailed. But overall, I would give it a thumbs up for One Love.
Okay. I would say yeah. I give it a thumbs up. I'm with Ainsley. That was my thought. I'd rather you give me 2.5, 3 hours where I could really see, because I just recently watched a movie. It was pretty lengthy, but the first 45 minutes was like in a zone that they were giving you straight foundation. And then they took off the other part of, the movie that really gave you, the crust of what they really just talk about. And I could appreciate that. I did. And I agree. I'd rather you give me 3 hours, because, if it's interesting, it's interesting. If it's not, it's not. So you give me an hour and a half of nothing, I'd rather double the time of something. So I'm in complete agreement. I definitely give it a click it. I do. And you got 2 other click it's. Let us know what you think. We got Kelly, who says thumbs up, click it. I take that as a click it. Anika says yes, the music brought back memories, and I had to go back and listen to my faves.
I think she's talking about New Edition.
Oh no. We're talking about
No, I think she put that when I was talking about the New Edition biopic, like how good. I don't know. Anika, you can clarify, but I think that's when she put it. I'm just saying. No shade to One Love.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Oh, no for Bob. I thought so.
Okay.
Oh, Bob Marley girl. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So we got an additional viewer on. So welcome. Thanks for joining us. So, go watch it. Go watch it. I think you'll enjoy it. You won't be disappointed. You may want more, if you're the type of people like we are, and we want to see more, some foundation stuff, then that's what you're going to be looking for. You're not going to get it, but the rest of the story is easy on the eyes and brain. It's not like, it's interesting. It's interesting.
Wait, which biopic, Pastor Steph, have you watched and you were like, huh?
I'm trying to think. I was trying to think.
I got one.
We got a no kick it. I love the actors. The plot left much to be desired. Wow. So we got one kick it. All right.
What?
Yeah, we got one kick it. All right. So going forward, we were going to do twice a month. And then all of a sudden, we started talking, and we realized that Power Book 2 Ghost is coming up with their final season, which is starting June 7th. Also, and that's on Stars. Also, what what also came up was the 5th season. Is it the 5th season or 6th season of The Shy? That's a Showtime Paramount. They now merged, so now it's a Paramount Plus Showtime a series. What season? 6?
6.
Okay, so we want to start talking about that. So we can't go every 2 weeks. There's too much to talk about. Also, for you Bad Boys fans, their 4th installment is coming up on June 7th as well. So here's what we're going to do. For the next few weeks, we're going to be with you every Thursday at 7:30. And we're starting next week. We're going to go back to Power Book 2 Ghost. Now, let me, refresh your memory. That's the continuation of Power, the Power series, with Tariq starring Michael Rainey Jr. holding it down. I gotta say, the whole boy's holding it down. So here's what we're gonna do. They are closing this series down in their 4th season. So until next week Thursday, we're going to review the 1st season of Power Book 2 Ghost. Then at the same time, we're going to review Bad Boys, the original Bad Boys movie, because we're going to get a kind of build up to this June 7th launch of the 4th and final series of Power Book 2 and the 4th installment of Bad Boys.
Right.
So already some people are confused with the what do you call it? The preview of the trailer from Bad Boys, because they're like, well, wait, didn't Cap get killed and he's back? So that's what I said. Let's go back. Let's go through the good times. Let's get our laughs on. Make sure you check it out. I don't care if you watched it already. Refresh your memory so we can talk about it. So listen,
go back.
I ended up giving a snapshot last week Friday on his Due Time with Pastor Steph. I talked about the upcoming season of Power Book 2. And let me tell you who's coming back. Okay, for those of you who don't know, we got Michael Rainey Jr., who's coming back as Tariq. We've got Gianni Paolo, I think, and that's Braden Weston, who's coming back.
Gotta come back.
Yes.
We've got all the Tejadas. We've got Drew. We've got Kane. We've got Diana, and we've got Paul Mary J.
Mary J.
All right. We got her coming back. We got the whole Tejada family coming back. We've got Method Man, who's coming back. We got who else? We've got what's her name here? Effie. Effie is coming back. So I'm not going to talk about anything else, but who's coming to Power Book 2? We've got brand new. We've got Michael Ealy, who's coming back. Who's coming, making his debut in the Power universe. So we're going to see him. He's coming back as some detective. We've got Golden Brooks, the girl from one of the 4 from Girlfriends. She's going to be joining the cast of Power Book 2. So I'm really interested in who she is and who she's coming to be. So I can't wait till I've looked at every time. I don't know about you all, but every time the new season starts, I always go back and I watch it all the way through because I need that build up. So I can't wait to look at it again this week, and we'll talk about it next week Thursday. Now The Shy started its 6th.
No, part two of the 6th season.
Right. Okay. Part 2 of the 6th season started last week Friday. We did look at it, so I can't wait. Let's get to talking about it.
I gotta catch up on that one.
Yes, it's a good watch. It's a good watch. It's interesting. So
I can watch it right from that. I ain't gotta go back from season 1, episode 1, do I?
You need to just to kind of get to where you are now.
Oh, that's a whole lot of watching.
Especially now that they're picking up in the middle of the season. So you definitely want to go back. It's not like they're starting a new season, so you can kind of get that. Nah, they start right. They are literally picking up where they left off. Mm-hmm. So you may want to go back and look at the Shy from the very beginning. I think you doing that will get an appreciation of who the characters are.
All right.
Oh, all right. So before we go, we got to talk about BMF. Please, Ainsley, tell me you watch BMF.
Sorry. All right. What's a BMF?
Oh my goodness.
I'm about to say he's thinking too hard.
Yeah, I'm like
BMF was.
Oh, that's a Black Mafia or something like that.
Black Mafia
family.
They
just finished their season this week. So what do you think of the season finishing, Shantice?
I think it was whack. This season was not. I honestly think that the only reason why I was like anticipating the next episode was because we didn't have anything else to watch. We were in between Raising Kanan and Power Book 2. The Shy didn't start back yet. So it was like, all right, let's just watch this. I don't know what happened, but it was just like not. It was kind of like they were forcing certain things to happen in order to have another episode and another episode and another episode. But it wasn't anything that was really like, ooh, I think the only, what really had me interested in watching was the storyline between the parents.
Okay.
That's the only thing that really had me like, I want to see what happens. I want to see, do they reconcile? Do they, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, I could have like, oh, I'll catch it when I catch it. It wasn't all that.
Oh, okay. All right, we got a shot. We got a comment for the shot. Someone says my episode 9 was better than the whole first half of season 6 of the shot. Oh, all right. Wow. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that comment. We come back next week.
Oh, you know what? One last thing. You know what? I think I was starting to look up for BMF, and I came across something else that kind of caught my attention.
Okay.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Oh, okay. So now they have a series of Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
I thought that was kind of interesting. I'm just saying, y'all.
Okay. We can check that out later. We can check that out when we finish with this here. Okay, I'm interested if you say it's interesting. Hey, Sister Chloe, how you doing? Thank you for stopping by and giving us a shout. What are we talking about? BMF. It was. What's a good one, Majesty? What's a good one? Mr. and Mrs. Smith? Gotta let us know. We talking about a whole bunch of stuff. BMF. Whackity whack. See, yeah, it was
wackity whack.
Really?
Donald Glover.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's is he wait, let me finish this thought. I thought that they could have done better. I think the writing could have been better. The season wasn't that great. They could have done better. And we ain't missing nothing. Now, they are now in Mexico. So
nobody want to go to jail in Mexico.
Right. So I'm interested in what's happened. I will say I'm interested in what's going to happen when they start living out Mexico life.
Wait, I'm sorry, Pastor Steph. Where's that line from?
What?
Don't nobody want to go to jail in Mexico. Come on, see? No. Yo, nobody in the viewers, nobody knows where that line is from.
All right,
you don't want to go to jail in Mexico. If you know where that line is from, I will design you. Right. But wait, before we get to that, I agree too. I agree. It's corny.
I agree too. They gave us this week where they didn't air the last episode. And I agree, Majesty. It's like, hey, we were really gonna be on to something, and we're gonna be shouting out. But they to me, they fell flat on the Henrietta story. They fell flat on quite a few areas. I think they could have done better with the writing. Now, go back. Now, this Donald Glover, isn't he Is he from Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we got to check that one out. When we finish this whole.
I seen KL on the line too. My boy KL. All right.
Oh, hey, KL.
What up, dude?
All right. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Okay. The movie where Martin Lawrence played the fake cop. What? You know
yes, he got it right. But what's the name of it? Yeah, that's sad. You let Pastor KL beat you?
I know, because he talking about he don't know no movies. So
exactly. You let Blue Street. Blue Street.
Oh, okay.
How you don't know? You don't remember at the end when he said they're gonna turn you. Wait, before he said he was a federal. And he said, come on, I can help you. He said, you don't want to go to jail in Mexico. Don't nobody want to go to jail in Mexico. They'll put all kind of burritos up in you. You don't remember that? yo, I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to start doing that, and I'm going to start having prizes, including, obviously, the other two hosts.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was.
Getting your shirt. You getting your shirt, and Pastor KL, you getting 2 shirts because you don't know nothing, and they let you beat them.
All right. So, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Next week, check us out. Same time, same back channel, 7:30. Make sure you press that subscribe button so you can be reminded of when we go up. We are reviewing next week, Thursday, God Spares. We're reviewing Bad Boys, the original Bad Boys, with Martin Lawrence and Will Smith, because we're leading up to the launch of their 4th installment on June 7th. We are reviewing The Chi, season 6, starting from episode 9. And we're going to talk about that comment that was said, that episode 9 was better than the whole first part of...
Wait, who said that comment?
Terry.
Okay.
So we're gonna challenge that. We're gonna see what everybody thinks. All right.
Okay.
And we are reviewing Ghost Power Book 2. And we're gonna do season 1. So go back to when Tyreek was running around with the book bag on his back.
Everywhere. Like
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Thank God he finally got a license. Goodness gracious.
Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for giving your 2 cents. Make sure you stay tuned for next week, God Spares. Talk to you later.
Bye.